somebody just knocked on my door, and it was a van, and I didn't recognize it. I was like, what? Almost didn't answer the door, but the girl kind of looked familiar to me. Oh, look at this! Somebody just sent me flowers. I'm guessing dear husband. This looks like a dear husband bundle. He does like to use this florist, but you never know. Just because. Hope you're having a great Friday. Well, indeed I am. This is like a honey, garlic, chili, lime marinade. Soaking our skewers. Got some jalapeno strips. We got some fresh pineapple. You already know the deal with the Kaneka. Some delicious bacon. Looking good, baby.
The food looks good too.
Are you hungry?
Oh, Lord, look at that.
Are you hungry?
Jeez, Nanny.
Mama, man means by no means king of the road.
My family, my friends. It is 1 week post IUI and your girl's going stir crazy. Yeah, it's been the longest week ever. Time is just dragging by. I've had plenty of 2-week waits. This one just feels like an eternity. Thankfully, I've had a lot of work to do, so I am staying busy with that, but I'm also like so bored. I'm so bored of just sitting around even though I'm busy while I'm sitting around, if that even makes sense. Yeah, one more week to go. Wow, look at that sky. And look at that guy.
I thought you should look at the sky.
I said both.
What's up?
Welcome home, honey.
It's good to be home.
Come on, Marley. Okay, y'all, as promised, a little bit of history. A little bit of our fertility background. We started this journey when we got married, which was in May of 2015, and a lot has happened between then. But I'm going to condense it because I don't want to bore you to death, and like I've said before, spoiler alert, none of it worked. So no sense in wasting a lot of time on it. But I know a lot of people that are on this journey that have questions and maybe curious what we've tried and what we haven't tried. So we tried naturally for our first year. After a year of trying on our own, I went and saw my gyno, told him, hey, we've been trying, it's not working. I used the Kindara app, Kindara, to track everything. You can track your temperatures and everything in there. So it kind of helps you to predict when you're ovulating. We use that. So I bought all my charts in, went to see my local OBGYN, told him that we had been trying, and the first thing he wanted to do was to have Wes's numbers checked. So in order to do that, you have to go through a specialist, and the closest one to here is in Mobile. So that's where we went, and that was some of the first results that we got back. They were a little subpar. Just the morphology, which is the shape, was a little low, but everything else was fine. But it was enough to get us in to see a urologist, who then checked some lab work on Wes, got him on some medication that kind of helped clear that up. Problem solved. So meanwhile, I was referred to the specialist, who also wanted to do some testing on me. So we did genetic testing. I did an HSG. I could do a whole vlog on HSGs. So if you have any questions about that, or you have one coming up, just PM me and I'll help you out. I've had some really bad experienced ones, and I've had some really easy, smooth sailing experienced ones. So there's definitely some factors that go into play on that. But my first HSG was fine. My tubes were open. Everything looked good. All our genetic testing came back normal. And basically the only diagnosis that came out of all my testing from my fertility doc was PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Again, I could do a whole vlog on that in and of itself, but I don't ovulate regularly. I don't always ovulate on my own. And yeah, we'll leave that at that. So after we basically went through all this testing, got Wes's numbers back up, got me on some meds, then we decided to do, I forgot to mention, my local OBGYN did prescribe Clomid right from the get-go. So we tried a few cycles of Clomid. They were unmonitored. When I say unmonitored, I mean like we didn't go in for ultrasounds and we weren't checked and everything. It was just like you take it the first few days of your cycle, you do timed intercourse throughout the month. Anyways, fertility specialist decided to take me off of Clomid and try me on Femara. And we did, I don't know how many cycles we've done with that, to be honest. We've done a lot. They start you at the lowest dose. You try that again with timed intercourse. If it doesn't work, then they'll either keep you at that same dose again or up it. We did that until we worked our way all the way up to the highest dose. And it still wasn't working. So then instead of timed intercourse, we decided to go with an IUI, which is intrauterine insemination. And basically I still take the Femara when I'm monitored. So they'll check my lining of my uterus. They'll check the follicles. When I'm super close to ovulation, we trigger. Then they take Wes's sample, they clean it. So basically take out any dead sperm, any that aren't swimming the right way, any that aren't formed the right way. So we get only the good ones, and they take a catheter, go through the cervix, and put that sample directly into my uterus. That's what an IUI is. So we did 2 IUIs with Femara, highest dose, and a trigger shot. That was in 2019. Then we decided to take a couple months off. The holidays were coming around. We were going to resume after the first of the year. Kind of drug our feet on that, getting back into the swing of things, and then COVID. So everything shut down, and we also didn't really want to resume treatments amidst the pandemic and with so many unknowns and uncertainties. So we waited. In August 2020, we decided to ramp things up. He decided you need to have everything rechecked. So, and we're going to go a little further in depth this time. So I had laparoscopic hysteroscopy and laparoscopy something like that, y'all. It's a lot of oscopies. They put me under, went through my belly button, checked everything out. They found endometriosis, which they were able to get rid of. They then diagnosed me with adenomyosis, which is similar to endometriosis, but it grows inside of the muscles of the uterus instead of on the lining and the outside of the uterus. What else? Oh, one of my tubes was partially blocked, or they weren't sure if it was flushing or not, so he just went ahead and cleared it all the way out. There was a small polyp in my uterus that was removed. It was basically like a tune-up. They got everything looking great by doing that. They also did an MRI, just a gamut of testing that took place between August when we saw the doctor. We finished everything up around November, and that's when we got the clear go ahead to start with the injectables. Then when I went in for my baseline ultrasound, they were like, maybe not a good idea. The lining was a little too thick. So they paused us. We resumed after the first of the year, which is this cycle we are on now, which is our first cycle with gonal F and an IUI. Whew, that's a whole lot of history in a few minutes. So I know there's probably stuff I forgot, or maybe something that didn't make sense, or maybe you have some questions. If you do, leave it in the comments. Also, if you're a subscriber, then you know that you got this vlog early this week. That's right, I'm posting it on Wednesday for my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, then guess what? Go hit the subscribe button. That way you know if any vlogs drop early, because I'm not telling Facebook until tomorrow. Nana, boo boo. Hope y'all have a good week. Love ya. Bye.